Hello everyone. We continue our education, our grammar course, our English course of my improving course of improving of my English. Okay, today we will do past perfect. I had done, and okay, I want to check sound and picture, and after that we start our lesson. Okay, I think it's okay. I did a long break, I mean translation, because I have some problem with internet connection with my internet, and now this problem are solved, and I think we can continue. It's a big deal for me. Not deal, it's big. I want to It's big trial, yes? It's big test. It's a big test for me. Such long pause. Okay, guys, we can start it. We can start it. Okay, here we go. Let's read about past perfect. Our last lesson, our last session about English grammar in use intermediate is about present perfect continuous, exercise number 1. I did exercise 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. These exercises without translation, but unfortunately, yes, but I must do some work because I have a goal to improve my English for 1st June, and I can't stop even even my internet is bad. Yes, I must continue, and for you it's only for your for your for your observation that you and you can see improve my English or not. Yes. Okay, here we go. Past perfect. I had done. Sarah and Paul went to the same party last week, but they didn't see each other. Paul left the party at 10:30 and Sarah arrived at 11 o'clock. Okay, let's try to understand it. Study this example situation. Sarah and Paul went to the same party last week, but they didn't see each other. They went to the same party last week, but they didn't see each other. Paul left the party at 10:30 and Sarah arrived at 11 o'clock. Okay, so when Sarah arrived at the party, uh, when Paul left party at 10:30 and Sarah arrived at 11 o'clock. Okay, so when Sarah arrived at the party, Paul wasn't there. He had gone home. Had gone is the past perfect. Okay, I agree. I understand with that. I understand with that, yes. And we have a picture about that, yes. Paul, uh, Paul, Paul is going the picture number one. Paul is going out. Paul is leaving. Paul is leaving the party. And 11, picture number two, at 11 o'clock, Sarah just have come to the party. Yes, just have come to the party at 11 o'clock. Yes, and it's present perfect. Okay, it's present perfect. Okay, guys, I, we, they, you, he, she, it, had. It's easy. And short contracted form is I'd, he'd, okay, etc. Gone, seen, finished, etc. It's past participle. Third column of irregular verb, or if it's a regular verb, just plus id. Finished. Gone, seen, it's irregular verb, and finished, it's regular verb. Gone, seen, it's irregular verbs, not verb. It's irregular verbs, and finished, it's irregular verb. Verb. The past perfect simple is had, plus participle, or plus past participle, gone, seen, finished. Okay, sometimes we talk about something that happened in the past. Sometimes we talk about something that happened in the past. Sarah arrived at the party. Okay, Sarah arrived at the party. It's past simple. This is the starting point of the story. Okay, guys, I want to write down something. I want to write down comment to my monthly video. Difficulties to understand past simple or present perfect. Yes. Difficulties of understanding between between how it's right, between between okay, between past simple and present perfect. Perfect. Okay, let's continue our lesson about past perfect. Okay. Sometimes we talk about something that happened in the past. Just a moment, guys. Okay, here we go. Sometimes we talk about something that happened in the past. Sarah arrived at the party. Sometimes we talk about something that happened in the past. Sarah arrived at the party. It's past simple. Okay. This is the starting point of the story. Then if we want to talk about things that happened before this time, we used we used we use the past perfect. When Sarah arrived at the party, Paul had already gone home. When Sarah arrived at the party, Paul had already gone home. Okay, I understand. This is the starting point of the story. Starting point. Yes, uh, I use this phrase in my first video, but in a wrong way, because I use start point, but I need to use starting point. This is the starting point of the story. Then, if we want to talk about things that happened before this, then if we want to talk about things that happened before this time, we use the past perfect. When Sarah arrived at the party, Paul had already gone home. Gone home. When Sarah arrived at the party, Paul had already gone home. Gone home. Okay, some more examples. Okay, some more examples. When we got home last night, we found that somebody had broken into the flat. When we got home last night, we found that somebody got home. Yes, it's interesting why they use this, but what can we use another? I don't know. When we came home last night, yes, when we came home last night, we found that somebody had broken into the flat. What does mean had broken? I know what does mean break, but I want to copy all sentence. I want to copy all sentence and okay. Okay. It's like a thief with not thief, thief. Yes, some bad person uh, got to their flat and that person break that person broke the door or maybe window, and probably that person tried to and probably that person uh, thieved something. Okay, Karen didn't come to the cinema with us. She had already seen the movie. She'd already seen the movie. Oh, I want to listen how to pronounce she'd. 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 It's easy. She'd. She'd. At first. Oh, okay, guys. I want to start to launch my tomato timers, about 15 minutes of work, and after then we will do a short break for 10 minutes. Okay, Karen didn't come to the cinema with us. She'd already seen the movie. At first thought at first at first I thought I'd done the right thing, but I soon realized that I'd made a big mistake. Okay, it's at first I thought at first I thought I'd done the right thing, but I soon realized that I'd made a big mistake. Okay, it's to past perfect. But why it's when but I soon realized why we use here past simple. Okay, we have one sentence and it's like separate sentence. Yes, at first I thought past simple, and before that I done the right thing. And another sentence, yes, I soon realized, yes, but that I'd made a big mistake. Okay, yeah, it's difficult. It's I don't know. I don't very small, or I know very little about long, difficult sentences. How to construct them, consequences of tenses. I mean, okay, the people sitting next to me on the plane were nervous. How it pronounced? Nervous. 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 Nervous.
Nervous.
Nervous.
Nervous.
Nervous. Okay. They hadn't. The people sitting next to me on the plane were nervous. They hadn't flown before. They had never flown before, or they had never flown. Fly, flew, flown, not flown, flown. The people sitting next to me on the plane were nervous. They hadn't flown before. They'd never flown before. They'd never flown before, or they hadn't flown before. They had never flown before. Okay. B. Compare present perfect, have seen, and past perfect, had seen. Okay. Okay, yes. We have a diagram, like a scheme. Present perfect, it's for now, have seen, and past perfect, it's for past, had seen. We need a point in the past. Who is, okay, present perfect, who is that woman? I've seen her before, but I can't remember where. Who is that woman? I've seen her before, but I can't remember where. Okay, we aren't hungry. We aren't hungry. We've just had lunch. We've just had lunch. Okay, yes. We've just had lunch. We aren't hungry. We aren't hungry. We've just had lunch. 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 What about pronunciation of lunch? Lunch or lunch? Lunch. Lunch, lunch. Lunch, not lunch, lunch.
Lunch.
Lunch, okay. Sorry. Big apologize for you guys, for my for my yelling. Yell, yes, yell, yell, yawn, yawn, for my yawn, my yawning, yawn, yawn, yawn. Uh-huh. Yawn. Yeah, we have yawn. Okay, yawn. Yawn. Okay, you have a friend, Jan, and he always yawning. I'm always yawning. Okay, I want. I'm always yawn. I always yawn. I always yawn. I. He always yawn. Yes. He always yawn. You have a friend, Jan. He always yawning. he always yawn. Jan is always yawn. Okay. Today we number 27 February of to 2023, unit 15, past perfect. I have a friend. I have a friend, or I have friend. I have a friend. I have a friend. His name is Jan. Jan is always Jan. Jan is always Jan. Okay. Jan is always Jan. Jan. Jan always Jan.
Jan always yawn. Jan always yawn. Jan always yawn. Jan always yawn.
Jan always Jan. Jan always Jan. Jan. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Sorry for that. Okay. Uh, we aren't attacked. The house is dirty. The house is dirty. They haven't cleaned it for weeks. The house is dirty. The house is dirty. They haven't cleaned it for weeks. Past perfect. Okay. I wasn't sure who she was. I'd seen her before. I'd seen her before, but I'd seen her before, but I couldn't remember where. Okay, I wasn't sure who she was. I'd seen her before, but I couldn't remember where. Okay, I agree, but grammar, when we speak about grammar, yes, I understand this sentence, but when we speak about sense, yes, it's not so comfortable, yes, this sentence. We weren't hungry, we'd just had lunch. Okay, we weren't hungry. The house was dirty. Jan. Sorry guys, it's my Jan. The house was dirty. They hadn't cleaned it. They hadn't cleaned it for weeks. Okay, compare past simple, left, was, and past perfect. Had left, had been. Was Tom there when you arrived? Was Tom there? Was Tom there when you arrived? Yes, but he left soon afterwards. Yes, but he left. Yes, afterwards. Okay, yes, but he left soon afterwards. No, 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 no. Oh my God, I want to highlight it. Was Tom there when you arrived? No, he'd already left. Okay. This, in this case, uh, we have actions after she arrived, and in this case we have action before she arrived. Kate wasn't at home when I phoned. Kate wasn't at home when I phoned. She was at her mother's house. Kate wasn't at home when I phoned. She was at her mother's house. Okay. Kate had just got home when I phoned. Kate had just got home when I phoned. She'd been at her mother's house. Oh my God. Kate had just got home when I phoned. When for me it's not interesting. When for me it's not interesting. I want to sleep, and it's not about me. It's about all people. Yes. Kate just got home when I phoned. We have two past perfect here. When I phoned. Okay, home when I phoned. Okay. Kate had just got home when I phoned. When I phoned. Phoned. It's past simple, and this action uh, before he phoned. Yes, and this action is two, and this action two before. Oh my God, two before before okay, and the second action, not second action, and she's this action is before he phoned. Okay, okay, I agree. Mm-hmm. Okay, we finished that. And now we can do our exercise. It's very interesting. Okay. Exercises. Okay. Oh my God, I have 27 pages about exercising. And today it's 27 February, year 2023. Exercise 15.1. And here we go. Okay. Read the situations and write sentences. Read the situations and write sentences using the words in brackets. Okay. There was a picture lying on the floor. Okay. There was a picture lying on the floor. It had fallen off the wall. Okay. Present or past perfect action. Yes. There was a picture. It's past perfect. We have action. We have a point, starting point, and picture not on the wall, picture lying on the floor. We have a start. We have a starting point, and we have action before that. It had fallen off the wall. Okay. Number two. The people sitting next. No. Number two. Number two. The people sitting next to you, and the people sitting next to you on the plane were nervous. It was their first flight. They hadn't flown before. Okay, we have action. It was their first flight, or they were nervous, and we have an action before starting point. They hadn't flown before. Okay, number three. You went back to your hometown. You went back to your hometown recently after many years. You went back to your home. You went back to your home. You went back to your hometown recently after many years. It wasn't the same as before. Okay, and we need past perfect. It had changed a lot. It had changed a lot. Number four. Okay, number 4. Somebody sent somebody sin sen somebody sin sen song. Yes. Okay, somebody sang a song. You didn't know it. You didn't know it. I want to look to the irregular verb seen. Seen, sang, sung. Seen, sang, sung. Yes, okay. 4. Somebody sang a song. You didn't know it. Not hear it before. Okay. I had I'd I hadn't no I hadn't I think I hadn't here. It's more it's more you it's more often to use in this way. Yes, I hadn't, not I do not, I hadn't, I think. Uh, I hadn't heard, it before, before. I hadn't heard it before. 5. 5. I invited Rachel to the party. I invited Rachel to the party. I invited Rachel to the party. I invited Rachel to the party, but she couldn't come. But she couldn't come. I invited Rachel to their party, but she couldn't come. Okay, I don't know what does mean arrange, but she'd arranged I forgot what does mean arrange. Arranged to do something. Yes, something else. Something else. Arranged. Okay. Arrange. What is mean arrange? Arrange. 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 Okay, here we go. She had arranged to do something else. 5, 6. You went to the cinema last night. You wait, why I type it? You went to the cinema last night. You got to the cinema late. You got to the cinema late. The film had already the film had already started. The film had already started. The film had already started. 7. Last year we went to Mexico. It was our first time there. We Last year we went to Mexico. It was our first time there. Last year we went to Mexico. It was our first time there. It was our first time there. 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 It was our first time there. We not be there before. We hadn't we hadn't we hadn't we hadn't we hadn't we hadn't were here. We hadn't been we hadn't been uh, we hadn't been here. We hadn't been there. We hadn't been there before. I think it's like this. 8. I met Daniela last week. I met Daniel last week. It was good to see him again after such a long time. I met Daniel last week. It was good to see him again after such a long time. I met Daniel last week. I met Daniel last week. It was good to see him again after such a long time. After such a long time. It's interesting phrase. Yes, it's. I hadn't seen him for 5 years. I hadn't seen him. I hadn't seen him for 5 years. I hadn't seen him for 5 years. I think this situation is past perfect continuous, but when we with verb like see, yes, we use past perfect, because for 5 years, yes, it's continuing. 9, number 9. I offered my I forgot point. 9. I offered my friends something to eat. I offered my friends something to eat, but they weren't hungry. They had they'd just had lunch. They'd just had lunch. And lunch. What about article in this case? Yes, we don't use it. Yes. 10. They just had lunch. They had just had lunch. had. Okay, 10. Sam played tennis yesterday. They just get lunch. They just gotten lunch. Okay, Sam played tennis yesterday. He wasn't very good at it because it was his first game ever. He'd never played I think he'd never played it before. It before. 15.2. Use the sentences. Use the sentences on the left to complete the paragraphs on the right. Use the sentences on the left to complete the paragraphs on the right. These sentences are in the order in which they happened. So A happened before B, A happened before B, B before C, and etc. Yes? Okay, but your paragraph begins with the underlined sentence, so sometimes you need the past perfect. Okay. Number one, somebody broke into the official during. Wait, somebody broke into the office during the night. Somebody broke into the office, into the office, into the office, into the office, 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 into the office during the night. We arrived, okay, and we ABC. We arrived at work. We arrived at work in the morning, and okay, and we called the police. Okay, we arrived at work in the morning and found that somebody had broken into the office during the night. So we called the police. Okay. I understand. Okay. Laura went out. Laura went out this morning. I rang her door. I rang her doorbell. There was no answer. There was no answer. Okay, I went to Laura's house this morning and rang her doorbell, but okay, I went to Laura's house this morning and rang her doorbell and rang her doorbell, but she but it's simple, uh, but there was no answer. But there was no answer. There was no answer. No answer. Okay. And the next sentence is past perfect. Laura had gone out. Had gone out. Lara had gone out. Yeah, we can. Lara had gone out. Lara. But I prefer Lara had gone out before. Yes, I type it in brackets. Okay, I went. It's number 2. It's number 2. Yes, it's number 2. And number 3. Joe. Oh my God. Why it's so difficult, guys? Do you know? It's so difficult. Number 3. Joe came back from holiday a few days ago. Joe came back from holiday a few days ago. I met him the same day. He looked very well. Okay. I met Joe a few days ago. I met Joe a few days ago. Okay, it's action. It's past simple, and the next one it's past perfect. He had just come back. Come. He had just come back. It's a regular verb. He had just come back. He had just come back from holiday. Yes. From holiday. Yeah. Okay, from holiday, and he looked very well. He looked very well. He looked very well. Yes, it's because it's the past, and this is in past when he met him. Yes. Number 4. Okay, and he looked. Ooh, it's so difficult, guys. Okay, James sent Amy lots of emails. 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 Lots of emails. James sent Amy lots of emails. She never replied to them. Yesterday he got a phone call from her. He was surprised. Okay. Yesterday, James. James okay, it's past simple. Yesterday, James or maybe it's not. No, it's past simple. Yesterday, James got a phone call from Emmy. From Emmy. He was surprised. He was surprised. He was surprised. And he had sent. It's a regular verb. He had sent Emmy. He had sent Emmy. He had sent Emmy lots of emails, but she had never replied to them. But she never replied to them. Ooh, yesterday James got a phone call. Yes? From Emmy. He was surprised. He had sent Emmy lots of emails, but he had sent Emmy lots of emails, but she had never replied to them. Okay, oh my god, 15.3. 50.3. Put the verb into the correct form. Past perfect I had done, or past simple I did. Paul wasn't at the party when I arrived. He'd gone home. Yes, okay, true. I felt very tired when I got home. So I felt very tired when I got home. So it's past simple. So I went straight. I went straight to bed. I felt very tired when I got home, because this action it's after, not before. Okay, number 3. The house was very quiet when I got home. Everybody, everybody, and this another situation. Everybody uh, had had gone to bed because they were in bed. They were in bed when he came. For Mark travels a lot. When I first met him, it's past simple too. When I first met him, he had already traveled in British English we have double L, traveled. In American English we have one L. He had already traveled round the world. Five. Sorry, I'm late. The car and this is past perfect. The car had broken the car had broken down on my way here. And number 6, oh my god, we were driving along the road. We were driving along the road when it's past continuous. When we saw a car where we were driving along the road when we saw a car which had broken broken down, so we stopped to help. Oh my god, так. We were driving along the road. When we saw a car, not care, a car. Care. A car which had broken down. So we stopped to help. Okay, how much time do we have? 30 seconds. Okay, guys, I think we must to check it, and then we finished our translation, and maybe a little bit later I will do another translation because I want to see a result of my work. It's in Key to exercise. Unit 15. Let's check it. It had changed a lot. Okay. What about our translation? Is it okay? Yes, it's okay. I hadn't heard it before. It's okay. She'd arranged to do something else. It's okay. The film had already the film had already started. Okay. We hadn't been there before. It's okay. We hadn't been there before. 8. I hadn't seen him for 5 years. I hadn't seen him. Okay, it's okay. Oh, I hadn't seen for 5 years. Okay. They just had lunch. It's okay. Then he'd never played before. He'd never played before. It's okay. .2. Okay. There was 15.2. She had gone. Laura had gone. Okay, it's okay. I made sure a few tag number. He'd just come back from. He had just come back from, and he looked okay. Number 4. Yesterday James got a phone call. Yesterday James got a phone call. Got a phone call. It's okay. It's okay. He had sent Amy. Yes, he'd sent Amy. He had sent her. He had sent her. Okay. She'd never replied to them. She had never replied. Okay. And 15.3. So I went. It's okay. Had gone. It's okay. Oh my God. He had already traveled. It's okay. The car. Oh, 5. It's not okay. The car had broken down on my way here. It's not okay. It's not okay. It's a mistake. Okay, we saw We were driving alone. We saw, okay. We saw a car which had broken. Oh, we stopped. Okay. And I want to, okay, it's okay. I did one mistake. So I want to understand why I did it. I did one mistake. Nope. Let's come back to our exercise. And try to understand it. Okay. Number 5. Sorry, I'm late. Sorry, I'm late. Yeah, the car broke down on my way here. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's sorry, I'm late. It's now. Yes, it's now. I'm late. It's present simple. It's present simple. It's not past simple. Yes. And that is why, yes, okay, I understand. Okay, guys, thank you for your watching me. Thank you for your having me. Today, let's finish our lesson about past simple. It's easy. Yes, it's only one mistake, and if we look to my previous exercises, it's not so good. The last one is I did 2 mistakes. It's 14. Yes, and in 13 lesson 13 exercise I did 5 mistakes, and it's about what it's about. It's about present perfect and past. Yes, it's a very difficult topic for me, and not only for me, because a lot of people did big did a lot of mistakes in these topics, and it's not easy. Yes. Okay, if I did 5, I did how much I did 5 mistakes in lesson before this, number 12. I did 1 mistakes. Yeah, only 1. Yes, only 1. In lesson 11, in exercise 11, I did 2 mistakes. And lesson no, it's second attempt 11, and but when I first did it, I did a 5 mistakes, and exercise number 10, I don't have mistakes, but I think it's a second attempt. No, it's not second attempt. Okay, guys, thank you for your watching me. Have a nice day. Meet in another live.